Hello and welcome back to Matt's Rocks. Today I'm going to be doing this Montana moss agate, if I can keep a hold of it. My fingers is dried out from all this working with water, and I got no grip left on my fingers. It's not a pretty looking rock from this side. From the way it is now, I think it's a seam agate. You can tell because looks like there might be a little bit of a quartz pocket inside it on there. And you can see a little bit of it there. But I'm just going to make a preformed cab out of it. Let me show it to you with the light coming through it from behind with my flashlight here. I don't know what it's going to look like inside. I see moss on the outside edges of it. I don't really see a whole lot of them on the inside, and it does look like it might have, no, shut that off. Fortification lines in it, judging from this weathered fortification pocket here. I don't know if that's going to translate to inside it or not. I'm just going to shape it and round both edges of it and kind of try to make it a little bit better shape than what it is now. And then I'm going to work on this end piece off another moss agate. And I'm waiting on the dop stick or dop wax to heat up. I'm going to go ahead and dop this one up and make it a round. I'm just going to make it a freeform round. As round as I can get it, in other words. And I think it's going to look pretty good, judging from the moss pattern inside it. And that's mostly all on the bottom. I'm going to leave the bottom flat, dome the top, just cut off enough of the rind to make it into a cab. I'm hoping it doesn't have a whole lot of fractures that go very deep. I don't see any on the cut edge that are open fractures anyway, or non-healed fractures, let's put it that way. I don't see any non-healed fractures. I don't see any healed fractures even on there, but I can't really tell till I get it ground down a little bit, get them kerf marks off of there, because the kerf marks will fool you. Some of this is fairly thin, so some of this is going to have to be knocked down, which will it'll get me my round pattern. But I'll dop it up, and you do it on a dop stick. But I'll wait. The dop stick's heating now, and it should be heated up by the time I get done with the first 3 wheels on this one. I hope, which should be. I know it will be. I'm hoping it doesn't take all that long. Is why I said I hope. But we'll find out one way or another here shortly. I think next I'll work on this one here. This one's got, I don't know if I'll do it today. I also have 2 others here that I got yesterday. I forgot I'd got those out last night. I may do one of those instead of those. I may work one of these instead of that other one, but I don't know yet. This one looks pretty good inside. I think I might just go ahead and do it. And beside that and this one, I'll do these 2. This one's a end piece. Well, no, yeah, it's an end piece. That's the face of it, or that's the where it was broke off at. And so it's pretty thick, and I'll just round it on both sides and leave it about the same shape as it is, and make a cab out of that. And then I'll do this one with the other one. I may have to stabilize this other one, and then again I may not. I can't tell if this fracture here is healed or not, but you can tell it's a fracture because it's so much lighter colored from the white that's in between the fracture. That may be staining, and it may be an air pocket, which means that it's not healed. But that side doesn't have a whole lot of well, that's part of the color. That's where part of this color is coming from here, because that fracture goes on down past it to the end of the color, and it looks like it comes back up on the outside. So but I'd say from there on this way it's healed. So I'll work on these two I should say. This one I'll do with this other one if I don't stabilize it. And I still haven't looked online to get some different stencils for making preform cabs for these, because I like this. I still would like to know what that is. I think it's oolitic basalt, OOLITIC. I think that's how it's spelled. Oolitic. And whenever I looked at it, I said, ooh. I think that's why they named it that. But don't get me wrong. I may be wrong. Or I should say, don't take that on faith. I may be wrong. And I still didn't replace my felts yet. It's only going to take about 15 minutes, but I've already sat down now, and I'm just not going to do it today. I'll do it tomorrow. Or this evening, after I get done cutting these two agates, and we'll go from there. Yeah, let's start rounding it first. I might want to turn on some water though. Let's start on this end and cut this off. Need to get it to the right size where I can run it on the wheel without having too much sticking out on either side. So and if I was smart, I'd stick this over in the oil saw and cut that off. But I've never been accused of being smart. Okay, I'm back. There's the first one. Oh, I gotta scoot over. Put that camera a little far back. I kind of like the looks of this one. I like the looks of both of these. And you'll see why when I show it to the other camera. Still got 280 scratches on it. I expected that. It's got a little bit of a shine. But I just went to the 280 so far. Oh, I got some scratches on there I didn't see, but they're 280 scratches. They're just worse than I normally leave. There's the second one. Let's see if I can get a little light behind it. Just for now. Nice stones. And I went ahead and started the other one that I told you that I was going to cut down and shape. I was going to put it on a dop stick. I went on ahead and put it on a dop stick first. And then went on ahead and shaped it. I put it on a dop stick while I started this one. And this one just has too many broke up places in it. As you can see there, it's broke up, and plus it's got a fracture running right straight down the center of it. It's a pretty good sized fracture. You can see the yellow line from it there. And it goes all the way down through the center, but there's busted up stuff there and up there. Actually, it's there and there and there. You can see the yellow colors. Let me dry it off again. So I'm just going to tumble this one, and what it comes out to, that yellow stuff's moss, but it's just all busted up. What I'll do is stabilize it and then throw it in the tumbler, because I'm not going to make a cab out of it. It wouldn't have been a bad looking cab when I got done with it. Oh, well, maybe not. Let me look at it again with the light coming through from the side. Helps a little. It might not have been a bad looking cab, but if it had been so broke up, but it's got so many fractures in it, and they run pretty deep. Especially there's two here, and then there's this one that goes all the way down the middle here. There's another one that comes up and around here. But it's yeah, it's just too busted up. I didn't put it, I wanted to show it to you first before I stuck it in the freezer to get the dop wax off of it. Now let me go ahead and show you these other ones with the light behind it. Actually, that's the bottom down here. I'm going to put the thin side up. And I'll show you the reason for that here in a minute. Actually, let me wet it down. That'll help. But you can see all the white botryoidal in that center line. There's a vug here. Oh, focus. There's a pocket here that goes back in, Druzy pocket. And then there's another one on the opposite side. Here's the first one, and here's the second one. But that side looks, I think it looks pretty cool. It looks like clouds. Okay, let's do this. Let's not do that. Let's do this. See what it looks like. And then here's the backside. What I like about the backside is you see the dragon head? That's part of that bug. It's got an orange spot in its mouth, and it looks like it's shooting out flames that are yellowish and dark. But then it kind of looks like there's another dragon hiding in the hiding behind these black clouds down here at the bottom. I just think it's neat. If you turn around to the back side, it makes it kind of look like a scorpion. Big scorpion hanging out there on the other side. That's the one with the, looks like clouds in the background. But you can also see them from the other side a little bit. They're just not as pronounced as they are from this side. Let me raise that up. Try this. And then this side you can see the dragon. Keep my fingers off of it. But you can see his ear right there by my fingernail. And it looks like his mouth's open and there's like a reddish tint that's right in here. Oh, focus. Let's take the light out of the equation. All right, get it up close enough. You can see the reddish tint going back along his throat. Kind of like the Godzilla movies. When he gets ready to throw that flame, you can see it coming up through his neck and all that. That's kind of what it reminds me of. I didn't wet this one down and show it to you yet. Better do that. I almost forgot. I was fixing to get started on this next wheel. I'm going to the 1200 next. This one's got a reddish color. It's got all kinds of moss in it. Dendrites. Oh, stop it. And it's got this clear agate up here in this corner. Oh, focus. It'll be awful dark till you get some light passing through it, but it's more of a reddish than a... And it'll look better once it's shined, once it's polished. The color will pop a little better. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started. And I think I'll start on this one because this is the one I started with on the other three. Oh yeah. I gotta remember when I get done tonight before I edit this video, because it said this will be out Friday. But I need to change the pads out, tighten this light. Okay, I'm back. And these stones are done. There's the first one. Okay, let me get the right side up. This is what I'm going to say is probably going to be the back side. Depends on whether anybody can see this dragon or not. And it comes out better on the other side. This side don't look too bad. Looks like there's something hiding in a bunch of clouds here, dark clouds. Looks like little clouds around or smoke from the dragon. There's the side with the dragon, and then there's the dragon right there. You can see the little ribbon of flame coming out of its mouth, and there's red in this part of kind of looks like it comes down his throat. Looks like there's a mouth there, and then there's an ear sticking up. Kind of neat. They took a good polish. There's pits on it because it's got, that's something else I didn't, there's the vug on this side, but right here in this corner, you see that little white dot? That's a tube agate. And you can see the tube running back down inside of here, back down in there, and then it meets up with that vug. I think. I tried blowing it. It felt like I was blowing air out, but that could be because this side of my face, my mouth I don't have any muscle in my lips. Well, I've got muscle, but I don't have any control over it because of the Bell's palsy. And here's the other one. So I don't know if it actually meets with the other one or not, with the other vug or not. Well, that felt like it was wet when I picked it up. It's just cool. There's the other one. It took a beautiful shine too. It's got a couple of pits in it too. Those dendrites, some of them are kind of almost tube agates, so they've got pits in them that opened up once I got down to them. Some of them didn't want to polish very good at first. I mean, they did in the long run. But a lot of those black dendrites are moss. You could see the outline of them, and it was exactly the same size. There's the other side, and it's got some kind of vug here too inside. It's or no, that's sorry, that's the other one. This is clear agate. There's clear agate that runs through in layers. You can see this does have fortification lines. I don't know if I'll be able to get you to be able to see it on this camera, but it's got fortification lines running down through here, and most of that moss comes off of those fortification lines, it seems like. And I'm getting fingerprints all over it. Let me show it on this other camera real quick. It's zoomed in. I'll just go ahead and show both of them on here. There's the first one. And I don't know if you can see the lines. They're real subtle. They're kind of a darker brownish yellow. There's that vug. It's also kind of a chip. Or no, it's not. That's that. Yeah, that is a chip. It's not a vug. I was pointing out the back side of it on the other camera a second ago, but it's on this side, and it made me think that I was talking about this, and this is what I was actually pointing out was over on this side of it, which is like a chip, but it had like a it's got moss and yellow colored stuff on it, so it had healed. But the fracture goes all the way across through the stone also. And I'm going to stabilize these once I let me do this real quick. My towel's over here and it's soaking wet, but should take the grease from my fingers off of there. Might even be able to get some of the grease off my fingers. There it is with the light coming through it. Kind of got a pretty red color. And you might be able to see the fortification lines. I think they show up better on this other side. And you can tell that it's got kind of layers in it also. And that is not going to, that bug or that chip I was talking about that healed is not going to let any light through it. Most of the fracture doesn't either. Here's the other one. And I'm going to show you the back side first. Oh, let me wipe it off. I was handling it too. It had a bunch of smears on it. There we go. Well, oh, I know what the problem is. I'm holding it at the... What did I do here? Why does that feel so much harder to do? But you can see all the botryoidals down in there, all the little white bumps and the yellow bumps. And then you've got the moss dendrites, which are stains. And then here's the side with the dragon. And there you can see the red. And there's his ear up here, and it looks like his mouth's open. And then this, I think that's moss, kind of a moss that comes out of there, but it's kind of dark, and then it's got some yellow in it too. Kind of neat. And then down here at the bottom, it looks like there's either black clouds with something hiding behind them. Comes up, and it almost looks like a curved scorpion tail almost, except that goes into 2 points instead of like a two-ended tail. But that you can't really see that as well because it's actually on the other side. It's actually in the middle. It's part of that center pocket where because this was a sea maggot. Oh, yeah, that'd probably be better to show this without the light. There's the pocket that's the dragon's head. That was like a quartz druzy pocket. And there's another one over here on the other side. Oh, focus. But I left those open because I didn't want to grind them off of there. And then here's the oh, right there underneath my fingernail, that white spot. And then you can see that white tube coming down from it down this way. And then that pocket's over here. And you can see the yellow from it coming up through that clear section right there. So it kind of joins that pocket. I thought that was kind of neat. It's just barely open, the tube is. And it's harder to see from this side. It's easier to see from the back side because it's black on the front side. And what I'm calling the front side. You can see that little white tube right there. That's the end of it. But then when you flip it around this way, it's right there, and it's kind of darker, kind of more of a yellow color. It's right there underneath my pinky now. It's kind of neat. I like them. I always do like. I'm glad I was able to get these down in Canada. They hadn't been out yet. They had 2 5-gallon buckets out there. A lot of them were just tumbling rocks inside of there, but I could tell there was a lot of different rocks, so I tried to see if he wanted to sell them by the bucket, and they said no. But it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too hard on me. And I come away with quite a few rocks. So I've got a lot of stuff I can do now. I don't have to worry about finding things to do. Some of it I'm going to have to stabilize before I can do it. Some of the Montana agate. I think these two are going to need stabilized also, but they don't look. You can tell from the color that they were split, and this one there's you can see the powder along the edge of that one, and so it's actually got a groove, and so does this one, but it doesn't look like it comes all the way out to the front. That comes up to about here, because there's another one, either that or it's a layer right there. One of the two. I think this will make a good looking cab, but I think I better stabilize them first. And this one's just got this one here, I think, is the only one that seems like it was as of any threat. Oh, and this chip right here, that might come off though when I grind it. That might have to come off when I grind it, so it doesn't go back in any further than right here. And I'm going to have to take some of that off anyway, so. And I'm going to round this down, so that'll probably come off. That chip there, you can see the lighter color. But I'll have to stabilize it, and that's going to take about 3 days, but I think I've got enough stuff that I can do between now and then that I don't need to stabilize. So I'll find something to do for the next one. This one will be out, like I said, this one will be out Friday, Sunday, I think. Yeah. No, wait. This will be out Friday. Maybe it is Sunday. It is Sunday, I think. I don't know. Today's a Tuesday. I put one up yesterday. Well, I guess the one I put up yesterday had to have been for Wednesday. This one will be out Friday. I was right. This will be out Friday. Took me a while to get back around the long way, but I got there. But anyway, thanks for watching. And remember, this is Matt's Rocks 2. And if anybody sees this that is subscribed to Matt's Rocks, this is the right channel. I can't get into that one and to upload any more videos. And I don't want to lose the 288 subscribers that I had. So if you could subscribe to this one. I'm leaving the other one open so you can still go back to it and watch it, but I'm not going to get any credit for the subscribers that are on there. And if you want to comment here, because I can't answer back off of that site. I can still get to the site. I can look it up. Actually, it's still on my TV and my tablet. It didn't leave my TV and my tablet. I don't have to get into it, but it's just a watch thing. I can't do anything with the account or anything like that. All I can do is watch videos and keep track of what videos that I've got in there. But I do have a copy of all my videos that I put up, that I've uploaded anyway. And if you'd like, and I may just end up starting uploading them onto this one. The ones that I've already got onto that one, I may upload them into this one. I don't know. I don't know if they'll allow it. I wouldn't think they would, or I don't think it would bother them, because they can tell it's been put out by the same person if they watched the video. And I don't know how I got locked out, but anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. I'm trying to enlighten you. I just love the looks of these. I like doing rocks. Dad made Mom some petrified wood earrings when he was in the Army when I was real young. And I remember him finding them or seeing them in Mom's jewelry box, because she used to go through and clean her jewelry, and we'd sit there and watch her. I remember going through and cleaning them, and she told me that Dad made them for her. And we were in Kansas when he made them for her, I guess. He was there at Leonard Wood, I guess. I'm not sure what the name of it is. he was at so many. Well, not so many. I was too young to know at the time. I don't think I was even in school yet when when we were in Kansas. But and that's what got me started. That's what I decided when I decided I was done with fishing, because I just almost drowned myself putting the boat in one time. Fell and got knocked out and dropped in the water, but luckily my brother-in-law was there. And another guy pulled me out of there. But I decided I'd do something a little safer, and this seems to be safer. I'm not losing any fingers. Well, not from this stuff. This was from the garage door. But anyway, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you on the next one, which will be out Sunday. Like I said, I upload Mondays, Wednesdays, and Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. So thanks a lot, and have a good day.